Y'all, please tell this year to slow down. Slow down. Okay. It is July already. First off, welcome back to my channel. I'm Di, and this is Di's Bookshelf, where you can find all things relating to reading vlogs, book talk, and everything in regards to being a well-read bad gal. Okay. When I tell you, this year has just been flying by, and I needed to stop because literally I can't deal. Like I can't deal. But it's all good. We're here and I'm gonna enjoy each and every single moment to the best of my abilities. That's what life is all about. Enjoying life, enjoying the things that you can do for yourself, enjoying the little things in life. And that's why we are here today. So today we are going to go ahead and get into my July TBR list for this month. And I have 5 books on this TBR list. I do not know if I'm going to get to all of them. Let me tell you guys something. My TBR lists have been like, I make them, but then I'm like, I don't really feel in the mood for this. I'm in the mood for something else. This is what I want to read in July, but at the end of the day, I know me and I'm a mood reader. I get into different moods and then I'm like, okay, you know what? I want to read something else. So, and if that's the case, I'm gonna go with it. Like, I'm not gonna force myself to read everything on a list just because I put it on the list. Like, that's not what we do. Let's go ahead and get into this month's TBR list. I have a total of 5 books, including 1 audiobook. So 5 books, including 1 audiobook, which is why I have my iPad here, because that's how I am going to be reading that audiobook. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Some of these books I've already talked about on my Hot Gal Summer reading list. And if you missed that video, then you could go ahead and go find it on my channel. So, first book that I have on this TBR list for July is The Spanish Love Deception. I can't talk. The Spanish Love Deception. So, this book I've been seeing it all on so many different channels. I follow Books with Chloe, and this is like, she said she reread this and she was just like having a freak out moment in her video, and I was like, you know what? Let's see. I want to see if I can have a little freak out moment. So, okay. So we're gonna definitely see if I get a little, excited and whatnot while I'm reading this book. And I'm really excited. I need something lighthearted in my life. That's all I'm about right now, reading lighthearted things. So I'm excited for this. This is the first book, and this is about okay, it seems like we have the enemies to lovers trope. I see it in the first 2 lines. A wedding in Spain, an infuriating man. 3 days to convince her family she's actually in love. Let's see what we get out of this. Let's see if it lives up to my expectations. Let's see if it is worth all the hype. Okay. Next book on my July TBR is pretty simple. I am so excited. I wanted to get back into manga since I've decided to embark on this reading journey all over again in my life. So I went ahead and picked up, not me holding Spy Family upside down. I wanted to go ahead and pick up Spy Family. I read some of this in Barnes & Noble and it completely caught my attention. Like, I literally was reading it and I was like, this is hilarious. Like, it was actually funny. I was actually giggling in Barnes & Noble, and anything that can make me giggle is a win in my eyes. So I went ahead and I picked this up and I bought it. I only bought the first volume, but I mean, we all know it's manga, so basically there's like 50 million volumes for one freaking series. So I'm not upset. So yes, this is number 2 on my July TBR list. Number 3 on my July TBR list is something that I've been wanting to read. I have been hearing so many great things about it. It is An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. So I don't know if I'm saying her name right, if I'm saying her first name right. I think her last name I'm saying right, Tahir. Sabaa Tahir. So this is An Ember in the Ashes, and all I'm seeing right now is powerful lead female character vibes, which I'm all for. I'm all for a girl finding her power. So period. So let's go. Like, let's do it. Okay. And in the first couple pages, she knows she has a brother and she has a family. I'm not going to explain everything, but it definitely includes her family dynamics, which I am very interested in, which I love reading about. I love reading about family dynamics. I love reading about how all of that affects the main character and the main character's choices. So I am super excited about this. I'm excited. Like I said, powerful female character. Look at this. She's like, yeah, don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. Okay? Okay. Next book on my TBR list is an audio book. So I have been reading this book. It is in Spanish, and y'all, like, if this is your first video here, if this is your first video watching on my channel and whatnot, first of all, if this is your first video here and you like, you know you like what the girl be doing, why don't you go ahead and subscribe down below. I'm just saying, like, we chilling over here. Like, yes, we bad y'all. Like, look, we don't do nothing but the best over here. Okay. So just make sure you go ahead and subscribe down below. That's number 1. Number two, let's just acknowledge the fact that I learned Spanish in school. So I was a Spanish major. My bachelor's degree is in Spanish, and I learned Spanish in school. Now, with that being said, okay, when I tell you there are certain things that I want to hone in my Spanish and in my Spanish abilities, and that includes reading fiction. I can read informational texts all day long in Spanish. If you are telling me search for information in the text, I got you. But when it's time to read something in fiction where it's like I have to visualize things in my mind as I'm reading, like using the language to visualize the setting, the scenes, that is super difficult for me. Okay? Like, it's like pulling teeth, y'all. Like, you don't even understand. And it's so weird because when I grew up reading in English and whatnot, and I love reading in English, and it's like, oh, like, I thought to myself, oh no, I'm gonna love reading in Spanish too. Like, I'm gonna love it. Y'all, I do not like reading fiction in Spanish. So my solution to the problem, of course, being the educator, the teacher that I am, I decided that I was going to follow, all the advice and all the tips and all the whatever best practices of the education world and hone my own skills and my own abilities in reading in this beautiful language that I love so much. So I went on iBooks and I picked up on iBooks La Casa de los Espíritus. La Casa de los Espíritus by Isabel Allende. And this book, so first of all, Isabel Allende is a Chilean author, and this was one of her most famous novels that she's written. And it is definitely, I believe it is historical fiction. It talks about basically a specific family and their political life in Chile. So I decided I was gonna pick up this book, but here's the deal. I decided I was going to do something extremely, extremely mind-blowing. So first of all, here's the book, here's the cover. Isabel Allende, La Casa de los Espíritus. I decided I was going to, yes, buy the ebook, but also I wanted to buy the audiobook so I can listen at the same time while I'm reading. I decided I was going to jump in and I picked up the audiobook and I picked up the book itself, the ebook, and I have been annotating like crazy. Okay. I have been annotating like crazy. Like I have certain colors for specific things. And honestly, I'm very glad that I'm doing this, and all it's doing for me is just basically giving me the ability to sit down and dissect what I'm reading versus just kind of like tuning it out. That's usually what I end up doing when I'm reading in Spanish. Like I'll end up reading the words, but I won't understand what I'm reading. The comprehension just isn't there, but of course I'm sitting there reading the words. So I'm sitting down with the text, engaging with the text, close reading, annotating heavily, and I love it. I am in love. And also, I am not giving myself a bunch of stuff to do all at once. Like I'm not sitting here like forcing myself to read a chapter. This book might take me a few months to finish. And I am okay with that. Like I am literally okay with that. Because at the end of the day, my whole thing is I want to understand what I'm reading. I want to delve into the text and I really want to understand what is happening in the text. So I am giving myself all the time in the world to listen to the text via the audiobook while also reading the text and dissecting the text through annotations. Also, a big thing about this is the Chilean accent in Spanish is one of the most difficult. So the narrator of the audiobook, she speaks in a Chilean accent. So it's perfect practice. I am literally listening to things over and over and over again. Like I'm trying to actually see what I understand and see how many words I can pick up on and see if it gets better over time versus just, not actually engaging with the language that she's using. So yes, that is book number 4 on the TBR list for July. So now book number 5 is a book that I'm really excited about, and it is Spells Trouble by PC Cass and Kristen Cass. PC Cass and Kristen Cass, I grew up reading their House of Night series, and I really loved their House of Night series. I love their chill writing style, the quirky teenage style of their writing. Like the language they use is just so, I don't know, it's just like teenagers, pop culture type thing. So I'm really excited to see what this has in store and to see if they still wrote in the same manner as they did years back when. So this is book number 5 on my July TBR list. I am super excited. I'm going to get started with this TBR list literally July 1st, which is Friday. I'm filming this Monday. 5 books on my TBR list, 4 that I want to finish this month, and 1 that I know I'm not gonna finish this month. And I'm totally content with that. If you guys have any questions, I will leave all of the links to the books down below in the description box. If you guys have any questions in regards to this TBR list or any questions for me in general, you guys can go ahead and ask those questions down in the comments below. Don't forget to consider subscribing. Guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day, night, or afternoon, wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you all later. Mwah.